So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Teacher Anel. So today we're going to be having a new discussion about a topic in biology. I have here a few pictures, and what I want you to do is to brainstorm or share your ideas to what this, image depicts. Now, the first image, so we have this fresh fruit, and then later on, it turns into a decayed one or a decayed fruit. So, what do you think is going on here? Can you volunteer? Yes, Jay.
There's a chemical reaction happening.
Alright, very good. Then, I have also another picture here. How about this one? We have a fresh grapes and then later on, it turns into a wine. What do you think is happening here? So, do you have like any idea as to like what organism is responsible for such actions like the decayed fruits and turning these grapes into a wine? Yes, Jay.
I think it's because of the presence of fungi, miss, or the catalyst.
All right. Okay. So because of the presence of fungi. Now, aside from Jay, are you guys familiar with fungi or what really are the characteristics of fungi? Like, can you think of a concrete example of fungi that we can find in our environment? Yes, Mary Ann.
Yes, ma'am. Mushroom, ma'am. Is fungi a mushroom, ma'am?
Yes, exactly. Very good, Mary Ann. Now, now that you have that, prior knowledge about what are the examples of fungi, let us define first what really is the characteristic of fungi and let's dive into its few examples. So yeah, before diving in with the rest of the examples of the fungi, let us have a misconception check first. Now, I want you to share or to answer this question and then provide your reason as to why you agree or disagree into this statement. So we have here the first question. So, agree or disagree? Most fungi are autotrophs. Yes, Angel?
Disagree, ma'am, because when we say autotrophs, ma'am, they can make their own food, but fungi cannot make their own food, so they are not autotrophs.
Alright, very good. So of course, the only autotrophs that can be found in our planet are the plants and the algae. Next, agree or disagree? Algae is an example of fungi. Yes, Jay?
Disagree na.
So, why do you disagree on this statement, Jay?
Because as you said earlier, algae is an autotroph, so it does not fit the definition of fungi.
Right, very good. So yeah, algae has its own group and we only have 3 examples of fungi, the yeast, the molds, and the mushroom. Now going back with our discussion, now let's have a misconception check first. So do you agree or disagree on this statement? Fungi uses spores to reproduce asexually.
Agree, ma'am.
Yes, Angel, why do you agree on this statement?
Because some fungi have spores, ma'am, to produce their own kind, and having these spores, they cannot produce sexually but asexually.
Alright, very good. So yeah, you're correct, Angel. fungi do not participate in sexual reproduction. The last aspect that we're gonna be talking about are the benefits and the harmful side of mushrooms. Now, the last misconception check. Agree or disagree? Tetanus is an example of a disease caused by fungi. Yes, Mom. Yes, Mary Ann.
I'm not sure of my answer, ma'am, but I disagree.
Yes, Mary Ann, you're correct. Tetanus is not an example of a disease that is caused by fungi.
I
Because,
think that is a bacteria.
yeah, that ends our misconception check. Now, what I want you to do next is we're going to have like a short quiz lang just to check if all of you were able to grasp the important concepts that deals about fungi and their examples as well. So I'm going to be giving the link. I have pasted the link for our online quiz that will be like a live quiz. So let me end my presentation. So kindly click on the link so that you'll be able to join our quiz. Okay, we only have 2 students pa, so we still have 1. So we're 3 na. So I'll start the quiz. Alright, so we have now our first, second, and third placer. So for this, yes, it's si Jaming. Si Jaming yung nasa top. Well, anyway, let me download the result so that I can be able to track as to what specific number or questions that you're struggling with. Now, before we're going to end our discussion class, let me check or facilitate first as to what areas or concept you're able to understand or you have like some problems about. I'll be posting question here in our chat box and kindly please provide like a 2-sentence answer as to what areas or what discussions were unclear in your end, or what areas are you're confident with kasi nga you learn it very well during the discussion. So let me just post the answer and I'll post the question. I have here a question na in the chat box. Can you provide like a 2 to 3 sentence like as to what is the muddiest or the clearest point in today's discussion, like what concepts you were able to or you were confident with kasi nga you were able to understand it clearly, and the areas naman that you somehow might need further reinforcement to be able to, understand and fully grasp the concept or idea. I'll be giving you 3 minutes to be able to wrap up your answer. Alright, so Angel already provided her muddiest and clearest point of today's lecture. So Jay and Mary Ann is still wrapping up their answer. Alright, so may I call on each one of you to share to me or to the class as to what are the muddiest and the clearest point of our today's discussion. Yeah, let us start with the answer that is provided by Angel.
For me, ma'am, the muddiest point was the topic on the parts of the molds because of the different terms, because it's my first time hearing those terms, ma'am. And the clearest point was how the three types of fungi differ from one another and their benefits as well as harmful effects to humans. So the difference where clearly, for me, ma'am, I clearly understood how you discussed the difference of the three.
Very good. So thank you so much for sharing that, Angel. Next, we have Jay. So yes, Jay, can you share to us what's your madias and curious point of today's lecture?
For me, the definition of fungi itself is the clearest part of the discussion because it highlighted all the characteristics of what a fungi is. So it should be heterotrophs, it reproduces sexual production, and such things. So, and this is quite the contrary to what Miss Mary Angelica Vilcino said. For me, the muddiest part of the discussion is if how could I differentiate the different fungi from one another. So, I don't know. Okay, good.
Well, I can further provide enrichment about that, Jay, so you don't need to worry about that. So, yes, Mary, thank you so much, Jay, for sharing that. So, yes, let's proceed on with Mary. And
Yes, ma'am. So, what I learned today is that fungi are great decomposers. So, definitely they are beneficial in terms of decreasing our biodegradable waste. And I also heard that there are fungi which are able to decompose even plastics. On the other hand, we need to also be careful because these fungi also offers harmful side effects like diseases. And then the muddiest point is that because I really wanted to know about this. How do we identify which mushrooms and molds are harmful? Because I've heard there are also molds which are really harmful, especially with the colors, if it's white or green. So how do we identify the black molds and stuff like
yes,
that?
that will be discussed on the next class. So I hope that you're gonna be excited with our next discussion in the next meeting. So yes, class, that wraps up our discussion for today, and thank you so much for attending.